Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ankita. Welcome to my channel. Please hit the subscribe button below and welcome to my Tulum vlog. So we took a direct flight from Newark to Cancun, which is like 3.5 to 4 hours flight. And after we landed at Cancun airport, we took the ADO bus directly from the airport. The travel time from Cancun to Tulum is 1.5 to 2 hours, but since we got stuck in a huge traffic, it took us a lot of time, say around 3.5 hours. And the journey isn't very exciting, honestly, not a very picturesque highway or a trip, just a basic highway. But the bus was very comfortable, and there was movie playing on the bus, just that it was in Spanish. But yeah, so this is day one and our home for next 5 nights, which is Punta Piedra Beach Pasoda, a beautiful small but very beautiful resort. We took an ocean view room, very basic, very Tulum vibe room. I was a big fan of the huge beautiful vintage mirror. The room's vibe, like if you can just see, it is amazing. And yeah, the added bonus is the ocean front. Like, we used to wake up every morning with the most beautiful ocean front and the ocean view and the most beautiful sunrise. So that day we didn't do much because we had an early flight and we were tired, so we just rested, like took a dip in the pool and went to the local market just outside our hotel. It's basically the Tulum beach area. So our resort was exactly on the Tulum beach, and if you see, like, the markets are so beautiful, like everything about Tulum, like the architecture, the small detailed work, handbags and hats, they're beautiful. Then we headed towards Azul Lake Tulum to see the sunset. So it is basically a resort, again very beautiful but very expensive resort. So if you know the famous nest structure, so this resort has those nests. We didn't book an individual private nest because it is very expensive. It's like around $500 just to book the nest, and then $150 per head for food and drinks. So we rather took the $50 per head sunset nest, which you'll see in some time. But just look at the architecture of this place, and yeah, these are the nests that I'm talking about. It's a 10 to 12 seater nest. So yeah, but we are going towards our $50 nest, sunset nest. So basically you can stand there, you get a drink, and you get this mesmerizing view, and you can stay till the sunset. Then they have this tradition of praying, like offering prayer to the sun, and that's what we all are doing here together. It was like an impromptu surprise, but a very beautiful small ceremony. I got to hold, I don't know, this particular thing, and it was really fun. So guys, this is day 2, like technically day 2, but it's kind of the day like just after we landed. So we are doing our touristy thing, like we're trying to cover all the touristy places on the first few days so that we can chill and relax in the last days. So we are heading towards Chichen Itza. So that's an archaeological site and one of the 7 wonders of the world. So I am really excited. Like, this is the first like Taj Mahal is one of them. So, but yeah, apart from Taj Mahal, this is like the first thing like I'm seeing. So I'm really excited and looking forward to it. So I won't again show a lot of face here. I'll basically record and show the place, and I'll take you along with me. Let's go. Yeah, so we rented a car for today from Avis. So the rental isn't very expensive here, but the petrol is very expensive. Just keep in mind. So this is the entrance to Chichen Itza, and you'll see a lot of beautiful vendors selling those beautiful hats and magnets and whatnot. So yeah, this is Chichen Itza. Again, if you are into history or you love archaeological sites, I would highly recommend booking a guide. You get paid guides where you buy the tickets, but we weren't like interested in guide because we actually use the audio, Google Audio, for Chichen Itza, which is also a good thing. I also made a new friend whom I was about to actually step on, but yeah, it was creepy, but again, I think cute, at least little. So after this, we drove down to our first cenote, which is near Chichen Itza. It's the cenote Izquil. I was super excited and also a little nervous about, like, yeah, if we can see diving or into a natural water. But yeah, let's go. I mean, it is beautiful. Like, I haven't seen or experienced anything like this ever before. And then my husband, daring husband, just took a dive. So that's a small clip, and yeah, it is mesmerizing and one of its kind, I would say. Definitely a must do in Tulum. By this time we were really tired because Chichen Itza is huge if you like try to cover everything, which we did. So we just drove down to this small city nearby, which is Valladolid. It is famous for its colorful buildings. Like, if you can see both sides, it has beautiful pastel color buildings. So these are basically shops, nothing else, just that it looks very picturesque and very mesmerizing. So we are heading towards Siankan Bioreserve, and this is day 3. So the tour basically starts with a trail to Mayan ruins, which is the archaeological site. So you can do it either way. So we are taking, and the second part is the airboat. It's basically a boat on the Siankan Reserve. So you can first do the trail, the archaeological site, visit the archaeological site. There is a temple, and then take the boat for the bioreserve, or you can first do the boat. But since we have reached early morning and we don't want it to be very crowded, because the guys at the entrance said it gets really crowded by 11 or 12, so first we are planning to do the Siankan Bioreserve boat tour, and then we'll do the trek and see the temple. Let's go! Also, another tip here, please do carry your bug spray, mosquito spray, more specifically mosquito spray.
Three or four hundred small cenotes. The cenotes is connect to the other cenotes in all the Riviera.
Oh,
Okay.
where is that lazy river where you can get down? Lazy river?
So the lazy river is basically a 1 kilometer stretch where you can get down from the boat and just float. Just by wearing a life jacket, you can float. It isn't deep. We did that, but I was very scared initially, but it was one of the best experiences of the whole trip. So now we are headed towards the archaeological site, which is the Moil archaeological site. Yeah, it's not a trek. I wouldn't say it's so tiring. It's a simple normal stretch of walk. This is where the temple is. The weather, it was really hot and humid, so do carry your hat, shades, everything. And so yeah, this is the temple. So here is another quick tip. Don't take the tours that are available for the Siankan Bioreserve, which is like a whole day or a half day tour. Those are really expensive as compared to like if you do it by yourself. We basically took our scooty and rode down till Muil Ruins, which is like doable. It's half an hour from Tulum beach, and then from there we took the airboat directly, which was like pretty economical. So we started our next day with a beautiful sunrise. We moved our room, like shifted from the ground to the top floor, and this is like the view from our balcony. And this is the top floor room. If you happen to stay in the same resort, I would highly recommend you taking the ocean view. Like pay a little extra buck, but it's worth it if you can see. So except for the Chichen Itza day, we had scooty all 3 days, and we are now heading towards Akumal Bay. So it is basically a place where you can snorkel and swim with the turtles. Then we headed back to our hotel and changed, rested, and then just went to this beautiful, famous Raw Love Cafe. If you know, like the entrance is famous for its architecture. If you can like see in this picture, it's a beautiful cafe. Basically, the view, it's a resort, and you can also access the cafe. Again, very picturesque, and it's by the beach. And then we just roamed around in our scooty. We actually parked our scooty because if you see, the traffic is crazy in Tulum, like on the Tulum beach. And we just roamed around, looked at the beautiful architectures, like everything, like the shops, the restaurants are architecturally so beautiful and so unique. And yeah, that's what we are doing, just strolling on the Tulum beach road. Finished our day 4 with a beautiful sunset from our room balcony. We wanted to make the most of our last day, so we visited another cenote, Grand Cenote, which is the most famous cenote. It is like a semi-open cenote, not completely closed. If you can see, like it has caves where you can hold the rope and swim inside the cave. There are a lot of bats, but during day obviously you won't see them. There are lots and lots of turtles in this cenote, and you swim with them. You can't touch them, but yeah, if you see like beautiful turtles, and you can swim with them. So again, a beautiful experience. Definitely visit a cenote. Then we changed and headed towards the other beach resorts. Basically, I wanted to see Nomad Tulum, and yeah, this is Nomad Tulum, the entrance. It's a beautiful beach resort, again very expensive, so we just accessed the cafe, the beach bar basically. Also, there are a lot of other resorts like B Tulum and Nomad Cafe, Coco Tulum, lot of places, but just make sure you ask before entering if there are any cover charges, because Nomad didn't, but B Tulum had a $50 cover charge per person, which can be used towards food and drinks. But yeah, we didn't want to do that. We just wanted to experience. And obviously, every time you enter a resort, you don't end up paying like for two people $100 on drink and food. And if you are like beach bar hopping, you can't do that. So we picked resorts which did not have any cover charges. Like, I don't want to keep using the same word and just say beautiful. These are again only for the guests. We could not access the pools and all those, but let's just take you with us and show you how beautiful this view is. As usual, my motive was to get lots and lots of pictures clicked. I mean, look at the view, and who wouldn't want to get pictures clicked, right? And then we headed towards Coco Tulum, but on the way we stopped at Macha Mama and also that famous Tulum sign which says follow the dream, again to get pictures clicked. And here is my famous Tulum picture. Other option is you can rent an ATV also in Tulum, as well as bicycles, but the roads are so bumpy, and keep in mind, so scooty is better than a bicycle. So this is Coco Tulum, this is the entrance, and yeah, I'm being a total touristry and just showing you around the area. Again, another beautiful beach bar. So if you know the Instagram famous white swings on the beach bar, so this is the place. It's Coco Tulum again. Take a note that Bloody Mary is very, very yummy, so definitely give it a try if you're there. And here is our picture on the famous swing. Then we headed back to our resort and sat on an elevated balcony to watch the sunset one last time from this beautiful place, and that's my model pose. Last but not the least, these are like few of the do's and don'ts as per my experience if you plan to visit Tulum. Firstly, you will definitely get lots of money exchange places in Tulum, within Tulum, so you don't have to get it exchanged from the airport. We did that for certain dollar value and we got very less conversion rate, but places within Tulum has better conversion rate. Secondly, yes, try paying everywhere using peso rather than your country currency. And yeah, lots of places do accept cards, but just that cards would have foreign transaction fees. I checked personally with Amex, they did not have any transaction fees for Mexico, so we used Amex wherever we could. And yeah, so do check that with your bank. Next is definitely buy things like tours or tickets directly at the vendor site rather than a third party or via your resort or any third party, basically, because they do charge you way more than what you would get directly at the venue. So yeah, do that. And yeah, try negotiating, like especially for taxis and everything, like negotiation is the best. They do tell you the price at a very higher rate, so negotiate as much as you can. Hope this was helpful, and I will leave a list of my favorite food joints in the last of this video and you can screenshot that as well. Travel safe and take care. See you in my next video. Bye.